Well, good morning or very early afternoon. I'm here in front of our pavilion. You can see this wonderful wooden sculpture of the Eye of Horus. And also you can see behind me our wonderful white cat powder too. As you can tell, the skies are quite clear right now. We're not suffering too much from smoke. I can still feel it in the air, and certain breezes, you can smell it, but it looks like we really have turned the corner. As of yesterday afternoon, we are no longer under evacuation orders, so we are starting to bring back the animals this afternoon. The goats are coming in first, followed by the alpacas, then it'll probably be the cats, and then last of all the big birds, as they require a little bit trickier handling to make sure that they come through safe. So our popular emus will be returning, and thank you all for your support. It's greatly appreciated. This has been quite a year, being closed for 3.5 months with the COVID epidemic on restricted and limited retreat center operations even since then. And then now the fires, which unfortunately will have an impact for some time to come. For some reason, while we have found that people have been willing to book during the pandemic, if they're less willing to book on some place that they think might be on fire or recently on fire. So it is a challenge for us as always, but we're used to it. Anyway, so glad to see you here, and we will do our noon rite. Okay, so I'll get our little candle going in the fire quarter. I have to admit, I'm not leaving our big candles lit right now. These burn out pretty quickly, and so I'm okay with this, but with everything we've been through, it's just a little unnerving to have a lot of fire around here. So, here we go. And our fire quarter candle is in the little lantern too, so I'm reasonably confident that it will be okay. But our pillar candles, we've had a lot of trouble with them having improperly placed wicks, so they start burning against the glass, and then the glass can shatter, and that's not a good thing. So we're being a little bit more careful with that. It's my dream that someday we can shift to entirely, really good quality beeswax candles that will be beautiful, more environmentally sensitive, and hopefully will burn more reliably than the relatively inexpensive candles that we normally use. All right. And as always, I'm putting out the flame with the sign of the Ankh. And you can see, well, maybe you can't really see, but there's still a little touch of more red to the sunlight, which is from the smoke debris in the air. Even though we're not that obviously seeing it now, the light doesn't look quite right. But it's well on the way, and so we're very happy for that. And most of our evacuees here have gotten the word that they can go home, and as far as I know, among those that have stayed here, they have not lost their houses, so hopefully that is true. I just want to show you one thing with the light though too, is it's casting this beautiful colored light onto our 42 ideals of Ma'at. And what's really interesting is that I invoked laughter yesterday, just kind of on the fly, and that actually was the one to be done yesterday. So we will turn it over to I am open to love in various forms, but I just love the way that this light shines in colors. Stained glass is a wonderful thing. Alrighty. And that also reminds me that the terrible tragedy that struck Beirut, Lebanon. I was just seeing a little piece on it on KPBS about this wonderful woman who had been, for 20 years, had been replacing the stained glass that had been lost during the Civil War there. And of course, in the blast, all of her work has been shattered. So she has canceled her plans to retire, and she has all the cartoons for the, which is what they call the drawings for the stained glass, from her projects previously. And so she's just settling in to again recreate and replace, just thousands of pieces of stained glass. So it's a beautiful thing, and I love the way it looks. So I've been quite the chatterbox so far. Let us go ahead and begin. Divine Isis, goddess of 10,000 names, I invoke your grace. Come to our temple, O goddess, dwell in our shrine. Make our hearths your altars, our hearts your home. Bring vision and healing to those who use this shrine. Give us wisdom and unveil the truth, and with thy feathery wings protect us. Breathe into us the breath of life and health and strength. It is noon. Let us celebrate the moon. Let us celebrate the stars, no matter where they are. It is noon. Let us celebrate the sun that shines on everyone. Let us celebrate our day as we go upon our way. It is noon. It is noon. It is noon. Alrighty. And now it is time for our daily reflections, and let's see who all is reflecting. Marquis says, glory to Isis, glory to Isis, glory to Isis, glory to Isis. And Robert coming through with divine alchemist awaken, divine alchemist awaken, divine alchemist awaken, divine alchemist awaken. Power of transformation. And from Jeffrey, hippies were right. Well, hippies were right. Hippies were right. Hippies were right. I would even go so far to say as hippies are right. Hippies are right. Hippies are right. And from Linda, peace, cooperation, and joy. Maybe you all have lots of this. Peace, cooperation, and joy. Peace, cooperation, and joy. Peace, cooperation, and joy. Let's see if there's any others. Okay. Well, there's mine, which, thanks for clear air. Thanks for clear air. Thanks for clear air. Thanks for clear air. Because yesterday we were really thinking, oh great, we've made it through the fires, but now if we're just going to be sitting in all this smoke for who knows how many days, that's a little disturbing. But right now I think we're getting through the smoke too. And from Tim, hi Tim, love, clarity, and power. Love, clarity, and power. Love, clarity, and power. Alrighty. And if that's it for the moment on that, we shall go ahead and proceed with, guess what? The directions. Let us honor the east, element of air with the winds ever blowing. And we honor the south, element of fire with the flames ever glowing. And we honor the west, element of water with the rivers ever flowing. And we honor the north, For we come into this world with all these gifts and more, our very own special essence. Let us thank the goddess for that which she bestows. Let us go forth refreshed and renewed, with dedication to preserve and protect all life, for we are all children of Isis, the great Mother Goddess. And today being Wednesday, it is our traditional day for doing healings. And so I invite you to bring forth anyone that you may be thinking of who is in need of healing at this time. And I'm going to do a little bit more on this on Friday, which is our day of requesting, next Monday, which is our day of requesting miracles. But I think we're all aware of Jacob Blake, who was shot 7 times in the back by police in Wisconsin, and who is now facing potential paralysis. His father has gone on to the media and said that a miracle is needed, and I'm hoping that we can help with that. So for Jacob, I ask for the miracle of complete and full healing for his spine, and that he may recover from this terrible incident without lasting damage of any kind. And I also pray for his 3 little boys that witnessed this situation, and ask that their hearts be soothed and healed completely and fully and swiftly. And within our own community, Carla's husband Randall suffered a heart attack a couple of days ago. He has come through surgery to remove substantial blockages, and so he's doing well, but we ask for his continued healing. Carla, as you know, is working as a nurse on the front lines of the COVID-19 crisis. So she is, definitely already burdened and had some of her own health issues too. So Goddess bless them both, and may all the healing that they can possibly need come to them, and may Carla be a source of protection and healing for others as well as she goes about her daily duties. And we will see. I don't think we have any new ones here. Healing for Pat, healing for the womb, healing for Karina and Lorenzo, healing for this person's sister, family, and ancestors. And healing backwards does work too. Don't think that just because people are past, or that pain and distress in your family line is long in the past, you can send things back, and it does have an effect. So don't be afraid to try a little retroactive healing on things that are still troubling you in the future. The roads are open both ways. And healing for Randolph, Arlene, everyone in the world. Healing for the sun. Healing for so many others. Healing for Katya asks for internal healing in many areas. Goddess bless Katya and help heal our hearts and minds so that our spirits may be at peace. Healing for Maurice and Cynthia. Healing for all those affected by the coronavirus. Goddess bless. And may all these healing requests be granted fully. Our goddess is known as a healing goddess with many, many healing titles, and also a title of inventrix of medicines. So you don't have to only look to her for the spiritual side of healing. She has a very practical application side of it too. So if you are working with modern and Western medicine, there's no reason not to invoke Isis as well, to assure that you get the accurate help that you need, and that all things proceed as they are meant to be in Western medicine as well. And of course with all the other healing modalities that we know are also effective. But she can be in all of them. So don't shut yourself off, no matter how you are choosing to deal with your own trials. Isis can be there on the scientific side, she can be there on the spiritual side, on the emotional side, on all sides. So don't cut yourself off from that source of divine help. And it helps if you do make, the conscious decision that you are able to receive divine help and that you welcome it. And then let's see how things unfold. Alrighty. There's no other healing requests out there at the moment. We shall continue. And this one is number 27. I am open to love in various forms. 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 And this one is probably one of the most problematic of the modified 42 ideals of Ma'at, because some of the ancient Egyptian texts were quite negative on certain aspects of sexuality and other things. And so there's a lot of debate on how to rephrase this and make it positive. And it was eventually settled on I am open to love in various forms. And there was a debate whether it should just be I am open to love. And I came down on the side of including the in various forms aspect of it, just to kind of underline that there was that openness to all types of expression of love. And just saying I'm open to love, I didn't feel retained the transformed original thought. And this one is one that we have, liberalized and brought forth, and which I believe is in keeping with the inner spiritual reality, and that the restrictions were an artificial construct imposed to control people, and whether it's ancient or modern, we don't like that and don't want to perpetuate that. And here's what Lady Lorian has on the topic. In ancient Egypt, it was not looked upon in a positive way to make love to someone of the same sex. As we have seen in our more modern civilization, this practice is growing so that we now are on the verge of approving marriages of couples of the same sex in many states. This is a little bit dated, which is a good thing, because when she wrote this, it was just beginning that was really opening up. Though here at Isis Oasis Sanctuary, we've been celebrating marriages between people of the same sex since approximately 1978. We were doing it long before it could be legally recognized, and that is a part of our history here. Since growing our population is no longer of great concern, as we overpopulate the planet, we can relax into a new concept. Love needs to be accepted wherever we find it, provided it is sincere and hurts no one. There are many forms of love which can extend to your family, your pets, your job, your home, and a host of other aspects of life that engender love. How we define love is quite personal, but generally it is a warm feeling toward that which we admire. Love is a beautiful thing to be accepted by all of us. There is a kind of scale of that which we love. For some people or things it can be very high, and for others not so much. Understand the word love as being an important emotion and one that will make us feel good. So always include lots of love in your life and know it can be directed in many different ways. In the end, all you need is love. Alrighty. Well, as always, if there's nothing else, we'll go ahead. We are grateful to Lady Lorian for establishing this place and for her open-mindedness and determination to be inclusive. We are grateful for that model. And to all of our teachers who have guided us in so many ways, we give our thanks. And to the great and glorious goddess Isis herself, we give our thanks and ask her blessings. And to each and every one of us, for all that we do, both here and in the world, may our efforts be blessed. May our results be abundant, and may we go forth from this rite refreshed and renewed. Goddess bless you all. Have a beautiful day. May it be rich with insight and transformation that you desire, and may all good things come to you.